What is faith? The word faith is used in many instances as a synonym. The most common is the use of faith to mean religion. He was of the Baha'i faith. Another is that of trust, as in you trust someone or something. He had faith in his wife's fidelity. She had faith the rappelling rope would hold her weight. Faith can be used to mean confidence. She had faith her students would do well on the test. It can also mean hope. The students had faith that they would do well on the test. But then why not just use those words? In all of these cases the word faith creates ambiguity. But faith has another, more specific meaning. Acceptance of an idea as true, without any evidence. This alone can be folly. At times, you must act before you can consider all possibilities, before you can learn the facts. Fortunately, however, these situations are rare. Unfortunately, they usually involve hungry tigers or gunfire. Where faith becomes sinister is when it is paired up with either of these two concepts. 1. When faith is coupled with strict obedience. 2. That faith is a sacred concept. The application of faith to a leader leads to atrocities. Be it faith and obedience to the Pope, to the pastor, to the imam, to the secular leader. When the concept of faith is held sacred, it cannot be challenged. There are many bad ideas in human history. Sacred faith in these ideas means they cannot be questioned. This is problematic for two reasons. One is that it prohibits discovery into the world around us. If we kept sacred faith that disease is caused by evil spirits or wrathful deities, we would not have vaccines, medicine, or surgery. We would all still die at an early age, toiling our lives away at the behest of an authoritarian overlord. The other problem is that it puts ideas above people. The faithful are quick to point out the human rights abuses of Stalin, Mao, and Pol Pot. But they ignore the fact that faith played a role in such atrocities as 9/11, the Inquisition, even the Holocaust. But faith, at least one's own, is sacred. Believe, but do not question. To have faith is to believe first. The problem with this is that people often hold fast to beliefs. This is because belief is an emotional attachment to an idea. We are emotionally programmed to keep our beliefs. Unfortunately, this inhibits learning. Faith often leads to tailoring evidence of phenomenon to conform to that belief. In other words, the conclusion is drawn, then evidence is forced to fit the conclusion. Reason is the reverse of this. To reason is to follow the evidence to the conclusion the evidence shows you, even if that means changing your worldview. Philosophy, science, and the social studies all rely on this. It is how we got out of the Dark Ages. To follow reason is enlightenment. To hold to a belief when the evidence shows it is not true is delusion. The sacredness of faith demands obedience of belief in the face of contrary evidence. Thus faith leads to delusions. Faith is a holdover from the ancient world. Taking a leader's word as truth was the glue that held society together. Today, that is not the case. Today, leaders are held accountable for their lies, and discarded from office when they break the public trust. That is, unless you put your faith in them. The world has advanced beyond petty dictators in the desert, in the jungle, on the plain. We have walked on the moon. Reason got us there, not faith. Leave faith, but preserve your confidence. Discard faith, hold on to trust. Lose your faith, but keep your hope. Take up the charge of reason. Follow the evidence. Think critically in all of your endeavors. Humanity is on the march to great things, once the baggage of faith is left behind. Do not be left behind.